there have been moments in my life where people will ask me like, why are you so happy all the time? Or like,
do you want me to be sad?
no, literally, do you want me to be depressed? But sometimes I've tried to dim my light or just be, I guess, like more mature or like, or just
No.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and of course,
but that's
I
how
realize
people make you feel, like,
because of what they're going through. It has nothing to do with you. It's all because of them.
or if they're around you long enough, they're gonna want to come up there. And when people can't come up to there, they're like, you need to come down here, but I can't come down here.
Yeah, no.
That's not me. You know what I'm saying? What's good enough? Like, what's ever gonna be good enough? There's no such thing.
Not at all.
I'm educated. You want me to be ignorant?
Okay, what do you want from me? I can't.
I can't. There's nothing I can do to.
I can just be myself.
I don't know. I'm me.
Yep.
Change is okay, regardless of this opinion.
Healing for me is really within my soul. It's really within my spirit.
Girl, I got tequila in my hand right now. You want prayer? Like,
Something I've been seeking is friends are friends.
Yes.
that are wanting to be raw and transparent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
For
mean,
sure.
I'm there, Kristen. Like, that is where I'm at in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about the hard stuff.
Yeah.
I want friends that are gonna hold me accountable. I want friends that I can call and say, hey, I did this, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, hold me accountable, I shouldn't be doing this, I don't want it to be weird. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, I didn't think she was gonna be telling me all of that.
Yeah, no.
I'm talking about, I want to be open.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be no limits to it, because there are so many things that have been made taboo.
For sure.
And it's like, you can't talk about it with anybody.
No,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
And at some point, we shouldn't have to keep, therapy is a start.
For sure.
But you, and go as many times as needed. Don't get me wrong. But at some point, like you said, the applied knowledge, like, and build community. Like,
Yeah.
your community should not continuously be sending you to therapy. Like,
Oh yeah.
you shouldn't be the reason I have to come to therapy because I
If
can't
they the
talk.
reason, then they don't need to be a friend.
Literally, because I had someone who's like, what you going to therapy about? Like, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. I was like, if I could talk to you about it, I wouldn't be going to therapy.
Yeah. No, that's real. Yeah.
Y'all don't want to talk about it.
Literally, and I think like we've hit that age in our life where, like, in college, everything's so fun, everything's so quick. It's just like everything's so lighthearted, but then you graduate, and after being in school 13 plus years, it's just like you start working and you see it's harder to make friends now unless you really like the people that you're working with. Like,
And it's so
keep
hard
it
to
in a rug.
maintain the friendships. if
Exactly,
it's
because
like-
there's just so much life going on, and like now you really have to schedule and just really be intentional. So I've just hit this point in my life where, one, I had to start being honest with myself about certain things, and then from that point it was like, okay, I just want to live free, and I want to be able to talk about just real things with people, because like life is going on. I'm tired of the fluff. I'm tired of the gossip. I'm tired of like
Come on.
the celebrity drama, because it's just like that's
emphasis on the fluff.
because that has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm struggling. How can you pick me up? How can you pray for me?
How can I
you
pray
there
for you?
me? Yeah,
Like,
no.
what's up? Like, that's what I'm saying. So when you said that really just, and so
Yeah.
being that that's something that you desire and that's something I desire, that I hope that we can create that in our
Yeah.
friendship. Know that this is a safe space,
For sure.
and we can talk about anything. Nothing is off limits.
For sure.
Just don't ask me to be an accessory to murder.
Oh no.
That's all.
I
That's
don't
it.
know.
You can talk to me about it. When they ask me, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to be in trouble with the law.
Nah.
But back to what you asked me. Okay, so in that relationship, and it just was not progressing the way that it should have.
Yeah.
You know, like But because I was in this space where I'm like, I pretty much tried everything. Like, okay, I keep attracting these type of people, whatever. And I want to attract something different, and I want to change, and I want to let God give me the desires of my heart. And this person was great. Like, you know, a lot of things were great. You know, chivalrous. You know what I'm saying? Sweetheart. You know, kind. Like all the things great things that you would like. You know, you had stability. Stability. That was a big thing, because it's like, that's completely opposite of what I grew up in. I want that.
Yeah.
So I was seeing all these great things, but it wasn't progressing. We weren't progressing, or they were progressing. Like, it was like our relationship was like this, and it was like they were dragging me along because I was not progressing. And so I was like, well, I should like this person. Like, we should be good. Like, this should be. It's me, something wrong with me. Let me go to counseling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what drove me. And then I went in there and talked to my counselor, and she's just like, that's just not it. Like, let it go. Then what we really need to talk about. And I was like, okay. And then broke that off. But similar to you, But so literally since right before we graduated, it was probably like, I probably went like October or November of 2021.
Yeah.
So what, it's about to be 2 years?
23, yep.
It's about to be 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep. So I go as much as needed. Then I kind of was going like, it was staggered times, and like this month and then 2 months later. Now I have an appointment like twice a month.
Yeah.
I just don't even play no games with it.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm in a place where I'm like really making huge shifts, and people around me are not understanding it. Yeah. And so I kind of need that help to, like, how do I navigate this? This is new for me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? How do I respond? How do I show up? How do I, I need my tools, boundaries are being created. What's that? Like, never did that before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's been great though. I 10 out of 10 recommend, get the person that works for you, but it's good, it's healthy, it feels good. Yeah. It feels good. When you're in it, you have these moments often where you're like, wow, I was in that space for that long. Like,
oh yeah.
And it's like, it's hurtful to you. You like, I allowed myself to be in that space, or I allowed these people, or this is who that person really was. Like, cause you just, it's like somebody just took, unveiled, like they just opened your eyes. They took the,
them blinders
they
off.
took them blinders off, and you like, yo, this is bonkers,
Yeah.
But you like, thank you, Lord. Like, I'm glad I got there.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and they're all just like, even though when you can look back on those situations and you'll be like, I know for myself, I'll be like, why did you allow that? Or like,
beat yourself up.
Yeah, exactly.
And no need to.
But it's just like, there's beautiful lessons that you get out of it. Like, last situation, there was a lot of hurt, but there was a lot of beauty as well. So it's just like, I don't ever regret any of the situations that I've been in, because look where I am today. Like, it's just like, I am so happy. I'm so grateful. So it's just like, just learning lessons. Learning lessons in life.
Oh my God. So about this man. Cause wait a minute, I say, hold on, wait. New job, new man, new life, just health life, literally new life. Because let's talk about how healthy is a lifestyle. Yeah. You definitely. Just going to the gym, fitness, that's a lifestyle change. No, it's a whole shift. So
it definitely is.
Let's get into it. Wow, she's happy. She's happy. You glowing.
Yeah.
That's good. Tell me about it. How did y'all meet?
I just want to talk about this. I always want to be real transparent. I just wasn't.
Nobody ever. So have you not talked about this on social media?
No.
That's insane, because we're all watching
Yeah, no, I've definitely posted him a few times.
Yeah, the reveal of him though.
Yeah.
The whatever, was that the reveal?
Oh yes.
Oh no. Was that one it, or the one where he had you on the shoulder?
I think he had me on the shoulder.
Was that the reveal?
That was the reveal.
That was the reveal. I was like, this is such a cute reveal.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I love it here.
I love it so much. Oh my God.
was a cute reveal.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're all, I'm just gonna ask the questions that everybody else is, want to know. I'm here to serve y'all.
Okay, my man.
We just switched the verse. I'm the host now.
Wow.
She's the guest.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about
I'm a whole
it.
journalist. That's not like you can't do
for real.
that.
No, seriously though. Not the interview skills
About your
out.
relationship.
He's a wonderful man, Savannah. Okay, let me just start by saying that he's a wonderful man. Cool.
Yep.
How do we meet? Okay, so I started working out consistently about a little over a year ago. So my best friend and I moved into our apartment complex, and then I was like, okay, they have a nice gym, I'm gonna start working out there. I was like, okay, cool. So I started working out there. Shout out to my previous trainer, Alex, who we would do FaceTime sessions, who's in Cleveland, Ohio. So book with him. His thing is right here. Yes, please.
Awesome.
He got me together. He was the start of my fitness journey. And then I went into Planet Fitness one day, and I was like, I need a membership, because they had a Stairmaster girl, and I was like, you know what? I'm trying to grow the glutes.
I took that on before I tried.
Oh yeah, it took
rough.
me. Oh yeah, I started about doing just 1 minute, but yeah, we progressed. But fast forward, I had a crush on him.
Wait, he works at the gym?
So, oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
I was like, who's he?
Yeah, my bad. Okay, boom. So
I got y'all. Don't worry about it.
I'm
She
getting
going
excited.
too fast. Slow us down. Slow walk us. We want the deep.
I started working out at Planet Fitness,
Okay.
and I see this guy, and I'm like, well, he kind of cute. But he gave off like, you see guys in the gym, and you're like, okay, you look good. I know that I can't be the only one that thinks that you look good.
Okay.
And you look like you look good. So I was like,
say this crazy one-on-one. This is how we think.
Like, this is really how my brain works.
Okay,
I'm like,
so yes.
yeah. So then I was like, okay, he's fine, but like, I was also in my season of I'm focusing on myself.
Absolutely.
I was focusing on myself, and I had recently gotten out of old situations, so I'm like, I don't have time to like focus on anybody right now. I'm solely focusing on
rebuilding.
So like, you got tunnel vision. So I see you look good, but that's really just all this is going to be. But he was still like, every single time when you see him in the gym, I was like, look at him, but I'm like, nah. So long story short, shout out to Tamisha, one of my friends. We met at church, and she and I worked out together one day, and I was like, girl, my gym crush is here today. Like, he just so fine. And she was like, are you talking about John? And I was like,
not like that.
And I was like, wait, that's his name? I didn't even know his name. He was just gym crush for telling me his name.
I'm trying to put it on my wall.
Yep. So literally, they grew up together, went to middle school, like all of that.
So
Middle
she
school,
got
high school, all that. So then she and I are working out together. He comes up by us because, come to find out, he had a crush on me too. But she does a little introduction. So then I'm just like, trying to be cute, like, hi, I'm Kristen, da da da. So then that was the introduction. Fast forward, one day I'm working out. He worked out by me because, y'all, he was trying to talk to me for real. But I think he was just trying to figure out, how we gonna do this introduction, cause yeah. So he had commented on my workout routine. I was like, oh, we should work out together one day. And that's really how we just.
So y'all started working out, and then it worked out.
Oh yeah. So we started working out together. All we talked about was working out. That was it. That was all. And then we didn't even have each other's numbers. We just had each other's Instagram. That's all it was. So we just talked about working out. Then he asked my number. We started texting, and then we weren't talking about working out no more. And then we went on our first date, and then we talked like all night basically, and now that's my man. That's basically how it happened. He's great.
Yes.
It's beautiful being in a healthy relationship. Communication is A1. both seeking God. That's big for me.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes, amen. Fun fact, we have the exact same birthday. We were born literally on the exact same day. October 22nd, 1997. He was born and I was born too.
That is so...
Yeah, so it'll be
insane.
interesting for our birthday this year, but
Is this y'all first birthday together?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, I'm just like imagining, like,
I know, literally. And the funny thing about it is he was late and I was 2 months premature. So I was supposed to be born in December, but I was born in October. So I wasn't even supposed to be here on the day that I was born. So it's just like, I don't know. I just think it's so weird how he was a little late. I was way early, but we were born on the exact same day.
do you feel like y'all are like twins?
Yes.
Like y'all act alike?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
weird. So like we do but we don't. So like very similar mindsets and values, but he'll say I'm extroverted. I swear up and down I'm an introvert. Everybody loves to say otherwise.
That's I'm
an ambivert. That's what it's called.
an ambivert, yeah, for sure.
Ambivert. Mhm.
But here's the thing. People think that we're extroverts, and I'm just gonna say that.
Please.
I think only my family will know that I'm not. But people will think that you're an extrovert because I'm nice and
Exactly. Because you can talk to people.
What I am is I'm a chameleon. I am a chameleon. I am. Or I think I'm more of a flamingo. I'm on a whole chart. But anyway,
Okay.
I'm on the animal thingy.
I don't know
But
this chart.
right, we're gonna have to look it up because I don't know the name of it yet.
It's alright.
I have to text JT. But anyway, the chameleons, of course, obviously, like they can adapt. So I just feel like let's take it out of that chart. But for what a chameleon does, like I'm able to adapt. So if I'm in a room where there's high energy, I can come in and match that energy.
Exactly.
You know, if I'm in a room where it's a chill vibe, I
Well,
can
girl,
match.
you bring the energy, but keep going.
Anyway, but like yeah, so I could just adapt. So it doesn't mean that I even feel like doing it. I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I think that's a gift. I really do.
For sure.
And I think I be telling people like I'm not. But like you're so sweet or you're so patient. I be like no, that's the Holy Spirit.
It's funny too because you mentioned you're funny.
That's the Holy Spirit.
For real. But you mentioned when you were younger the exposure that you had to different spaces, and I feel like I know for myself I had a lot of exposure when I was younger to just different types of people, whether that be race, religion wise, but I feel like when you're exposed to so many different things, it's easier when you're an adult because you're not used to just being around one type of people.
Yeah.
So it's
and
just
you
like
don't
you know how
you
to
want the variety.
Yeah, exactly. Like the variety is very important. But yeah.
And I like variety all around. And some people think I'm weird because of it. But I mean even in my music selection.
Oh yeah.
I love all genres except heavy metal. I don't want none of that screaming demonic stuff. That's it. That's all. But other than that, country, rock, pop, old school. Love old school. That's my like all of that. Give me all of that. Soul, neo soul. It don't matter. I love it. I mean, I think if it's a good song, it's a good song.
Exactly.
Like it's just good, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I think that has a lot to do with that, like
For
what I
sure.
was exposed to. So, it does make it easier for you. I did have another question for you.
Yeah, what's going on?
So,
I'm in a hot seat. All right.
it's all right. It's okay. It's warm. It's warm.
I like that.
So, just prefacing, not prefacing, but stealing from the conversation we had about the relationship you were coming out of when you went into therapy. I understand.
Well, I was still in it during therapy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the relationship you were in and that you're now out, where of course you came out
Yeah.
of. So I understand from experience that it is not easy, even though we've had the therapy and we're taught these healthy things.
Well, I know where this is going.
Right. It's not easy to go into that healthy relationship and just be like, oh yeah, like I know how to do this. And be like, I don't know how to do this, and this is weird, and okay, it's good that it's different because that means it's healthy.
Yeah.
So how was that process of adapting to a healthy relationship, not bringing old things into the, you know, the unhealthy things into it, you know? Yeah, I'll leave it there. How was that transition?
I would be lying if I said I'm completely out of that transition. One thing that was very big for me at the beginning of my relationship was, I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to communicate with you just so you're fully aware of. I know people say like don't tell like the person that you're dating everything that you've been through because they could repeat that. But once we hit a certain level,
Wait,
yeah.
what? Hold on.
Yes.
Educate me.
Okay.
What do they mean by that?
So when people, I have heard at least,
Like hurt you
when you're
using those things?
Yes. So when you're telling people like what you value or let me reel it back in.
Okay.
Not necessarily what you value, but when you are dating somebody new and they ask you, how was your previous relationship? They're saying,
okay, I get you. Don't give them the cheat code.
Exactly, because they don't need the cheat code. They're going to replicate all of that, or even just the negative. They're going to hear those things and think, oh, so I can treat you this way. Of course, right now it's cool, but
Just
I
let
can
them reveal who
ultimately,
they are.
exactly.
I understand. Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
I didn't fully disclose everything, the way that I was treated or all of that, but I made it known what my standards were, and I made it known like these are my boundaries, and like if this is crossed, like I just can't do this anymore. So there was a lot of communication, and there's still a lot of communication because I'm trying to think how will it. I do want to be real, raw, transparent, but I also,
you have
one
another
thing that
person
I've
to
learned
consider,
for sure, another person to consider, but also I am so protective of this new relationship that
As
I'm
you
in,
should be.
because girl, I done been through
You worked
some mess, and
hard.
it's like I treasure this so much. But I guess the thing that I will say is I communicate everything. So like if I'm previous relationship, something would happen and I would keep those feelings bottled up and I wouldn't say anything until we're in an argument, and then now, well, because on this date at this time, this is what happened, da da da. So now if I am triggered, and it's not
immediately cut it off.
Immediately.
Even if it's not really the person, it's you.
Exactly, because half the time, because we haven't been through anything like where we really had to sit down and be like, all right, you know what, we got to really chit chat about this. But there have been moments where I have been triggered, so I have to communicate in that moment. Okay, I didn't like this. How can we fix this moving forward? So that would be the biggest thing, because it's hard, but I also have to do a lot of talking to myself, because when I have gotten triggered, my brain can automatically be like, wrap it up, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm sick and tired, like,
fight or flight, like I'm out of here.
That's what
Oh my God, a complete shutdown.
Exactly. And you think you're
And that's
healed
not
to a
fair
certain
for
level.
them.
It's not. So then I really have to look at like, who is John to his core? Like, he has done X, Y, and Z. He's been consistent. He's done all these things. So he's not the previous people that I've talked to. So I have to really like identify those things and just be self-aware. Because girl,
I love how you said
I can be delulu.
Who is John? He's not the.
Yeah, because I don't want to say the last person, but just anybody I've dated, because like it's not fair to just put that on the last person at all.
But that is what you have to tell yourself over and over, like,
oh, for sure.
remind
It's
yourself
hard.
of who you know this person to be.
Oh my God.
Because in a moment where you feel unloved, but you're like, no, John loves me.
Oh, for sure.
He showed me he loves me. This is
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
triggered. What is that?
And really
let me
being
do
honest
that
with
digging.
yourself, knowing that it's a me thing and it's not a John thing.
Don't
or
put that
just
on him.
anybody.
Yeah,
Exactly,
it's not,
fair.
so yeah, that's deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how is communicating everything working? Like, is he receiving that?
Oh yeah,
Does it
he's super
become-
receptive.
okay.
But like we started by just like we talked about everything really. So like we really built a friendship. and I felt like things kind of happened fast, but we worked out together. Like from the first time we worked out together, we worked out together since. So that was like 3 times a week, and we would when we first started dating, we'd be like, oh my god, I really like you. And I'd be like, I don't understand why I like you so much, but we were seeing each other so often. So it's just like,
oh
okay.
yeah, that's gonna grow up.
Exactly. And I'm just like, wait, but
it's just like conversation creates intimacy too.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. And just realizing the things that we relate on, all of that. But just communication, like communicating everything. And even if it's hard, like still communicate it, because the right person's gonna accept it.
Yeah. And that's tough. And even if they don't, let's say John didn't, and it's not that he didn't accept it, but let's say, for example, he may have just not understood.
Oh yeah.
And we, in our triggered mindsets, are gonna be like, you don't understand me, like you're not hearing me, but really it's like, well, someone telling you they don't understand is an invitation to teach them.
Oh, for sure.
Versus taking it as, you don't get me. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and we're just too different. But because that's the easy thing to do. It's like, let me just cut it off here, you know.
I think too, like, to piggyback off of that, one thing that I realized is we may not fully understand everything about each other. Like, we're not supposed
Even after.
to.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really love about him is, even if he doesn't necessarily understand, my feelings are still always valuable. They're
Valid.
always,
Yeah.
like they're always validated.
Yeah.
That was the word that I was trying
Like,
to
I understand that you feel that way. I may not understand the why, how, when,
Exactly.
what, but you feel that way, and your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
So, I'm
he's
so
great.
happy for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Lord, you don't wanna sit in that? No, I'm gonna make you sit in it. Yeah.
But I just, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's scary too. I'm not gonna hold you. It's scary because, just going from, I thought this person was the one. They
So
weren't
now
the
here
one.
I am.
Now
It's
putting
fear of being
yourself
hurt.
out there again, and then just being like, accepting your feelings, like, dang, I really like you. Oh, this is scary.
And then you get to that place where you're so in love, if you're there, it's like, this is either gonna be my husband or this is gonna be the worst heartbreak of my life. It's like, I'm either gonna be real heartbroken because we don't make it, or this is gonna be my husband, because like this is where we at. I love this person.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so
facts.
that is scary.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just had to put myself out there. We both, every single day, just putting ourselves out there. But that's not me. And I'm a stick beside you.
And I'm a
So,
stick
feel me? I'm a stick beside you. But yeah, no, he's great. I love it here. So,
I love it here.
I really do.
Awesome.
Yeah, girl. I'm
That's
trying.
so great. Wow, you're really here.
Yeah, I mean, it started with me and me being intentional with myself.
And that's what people need to understand.
Exactly, because don't get me wrong, like it's funny because prior to my relationship, my best friend, she had gotten into a relationship, and at first I was really envious of her relationship, because that's when I was in my selfish era and really just focusing on Kristen, focusing on God, all of that. And it was at the point when I realized, at first I was envious, but then I had a conversation with her, like, all this stuff that I'm saying, she knows all this. Hey, Seta girl. But literally, hey girl, Seta. Her name.
Seta.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay.
But well, Quinn Seta, but that's my Seta.
That's right.
But anywho, I had a conversation with her, and I was like, God, like, why am I feeling this? Like, I'm so happy for her, but I also want what she wants.
Yeah.
And then it got to
That's
the
your
point of
emotion.
like accepting, you know what, my season of singleness, and like being single
Be
is a
present in
beautiful
that,
thing.
though.
No, seriously, though,
Yeah.
because obviously, like, I want a future with John. But when you get in a relationship, it's like, I know for myself, marriage is the goal, and marriage is just the beginning at that point. But it's just one of those things, when you're single, enjoy that season.
Yeah,
Because
there's purpose for that season though.
Exactly, and I got to learn so much about myself, and I'm learning even more in a relationship. But still, that was such a beautiful season for me. That didn't always feel beautiful. But I'm mentioning Quincetta and being envious because when I finally got to the stage of accepting where I was at and being intentional in that season, then he just came. Like, it just, when I tell you, everything happened so naturally. And when you accept that season, I think there's just so much beauty and so many blessings, and I just thank God. So yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
thank you so much.
Seriously.
Yes.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna start
God.
talking about me. Wow.
That's what I did. That's what I do. I just flip that thing. So, what are you doing as far as work?
So work, wow. So this is just talking about Kristen. Get to
So why
know
not?
me.
You
All
never
right.
do. I mean, you
Sure, let's
you
do
gotta
it. So I am a social media specialist. I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but I work
That's
for a
fine.
social media agency. I'm about to hit my year next month in September.
Awesome.
But on the side, I help other people with their social media businesses, so creating content, creating copy. I also do obviously the content, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, helping big companies with their social media platforms. So it's been fun. I've really learned a lot.
Come on,
I've
using
learned
that
a
with
lot.
degree. Come on, you know, everybody don't use that degree.
But listen, I tell you, I
You don't
started
use
from the
it.
bottom. I started from the bottom because I definitely was working at Target as a security
was
guard
definitely
as soon
working
as,
at Wells Fargo.
yeah. So like, when I tell you,
I'm in there
ain't
now.
nothing wrong with Wells Fargo.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Listen,
it.
I
They
tried
paid
to work
me
there,
good.
and they didn't hire me. But you listen, that's fine. That's fine. But starting from the bottom though, like, I'm saying that to say, it looks beautiful when other people are like, oh, you got this going on, but like, it didn't start here. It did not start
People
here
always
at
just see
all.
that.
Exactly. Like, you see the reels and the highlights, but I wasn't always where I am today, and where I am today is not where I want to end up. There's so much more that I want, but I also just want people to know that I was in the trenches for a little bit. That's why I went to therapy. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's why I be talking to God.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be there no more. You feel me?
I don't want to go back there.
Nah, I'm
Jesus.
good. Yeah.
No,
I'm good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So tell me about Miss Shardai. It's been 2 years. We did. Stop. I'm not done. Nope, we got more. I'm done.
Well, I just, okay. Well, we can go there, but let me just affirm you for a second.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, so I already told you off camera. I started to tell you, but we stopped ourselves. How you've inspired me, you know, just with the fitness part. You know, 'cause I understand that's a whole lifestyle change.
Oh.
You talking about God. Yo, I've seen a few people that we went to school with on platforms talking about God, and I'm like,
No, it's so beautiful.
that is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wonderful thing, and so you've inspired me. You know, before we left each other in school, we talked about doing this.
Yeah.
We talked
Exactly.
about, and here we are. But we talked about collabing. We talked about the YouTube channel, and
Oh,
I had
yeah.
to get back on it.
No, but let's talk about how when after you graduate, how big of a transition that is, and trying to just juggle that. Then you get a big girl job, and then you're like, I'm tired. Like, you don't have the same drive, and you have to figure out a new balance. Just
A new approach, yeah.
Exactly.
But see, you know, that's a problem with us because we will spend so much time working on somebody else's dream.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, for sure.
Because when we go to that 9 to 5, we are working on somebody else's dream.
Oh yeah.
Building their dream. That's something somebody started and they said, hey, this is my picture, this is my vision. I need people to support it, and we support it. And then we don't go home and put it. And so I applaud you for even that. Taking the time to do this for people who need it.
Yeah.
We know people need it. The things that you're talking about, the things that you're being transparent and open about, the people that you're having and inviting into your space, what they have to offer, people need that. And so I applaud you for, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
For sure.
But this is ministry, you know?
Oh, I hadn't thought about
This
it like
is
that, but
pouring
yeah.
into other people. Somebody's going to see a story that you're telling, or a moment of transparency, or a moment of healing and freedom for you, your tips or your things that you learned from therapy, and they're gonna have freedom through that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see God in you. Like sometimes somebody may look and see you on the screen and you're the only representative of God that they saw all year. Or that they'll ever see, because they don't take the time to build that relationship, or they, you know, whatever. But I just wanted to affirm you, like, keep going. I said it in the comments, but keep going.
I appreciate that so much. Cause where I am today, it took a lot of time for me to even just get back into YouTube, because I mean, you know how time consuming the editing, the just consistently just dealing with life itself, and then trying to add on working and just trying to get 8 hours of sleep at night. Like, I'm tired.
Therapy.
I'm so tired.
You know?
But it's stuff like you telling me that, that I'm just like, all right, it's helping somebody else. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't doubt it.
Yeah, no.
Don't doubt it.
This is what keeps me going. I know you heard we heard a noise, y'all.
Is somebody there?
The air freshener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they try to make it fresh up in here.
Great.
But it just took, I think, this is what makes me happy, helping other people. This is what, when I hear things like that, I'm like, okay, let me keep going. Because there are definitely moments where I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. It's taking way too much time. I got an editor. Shout out to Caleb, who's editing my videos.
No, that's high tech.
Okay, listen, because I was like, I want to get the content out, but I realized I enjoy being in front of the camera more than I edit. I can edit.
I was about to say, I'm good at it.
Exactly. It can get done, but it
wanna do that.
Exactly. And I nope, not at all. So
it's tedious.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, so I want to have these type of conversations. And also just realizing what my purpose is, and just talking to God, and then just being like, okay, I think this is part of my purpose. I find so much joy in just talking to people. So yeah, the content gotta come out. So you wanna end with a card?
Yeah.
I'm not ready to.
You see how I just slid out of talking about me? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I did. I just slid out. It's okay. I was gonna let myself slide, but I ain't gonna do it like that. Fairness.
Yeah, please.
So I work at the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education.
Yeah.
Such a little
big girl job.
It is. Check us out. www.che.sc.gov.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here.
Yeah. Love it there.
Yeah.
I am their communications coordinator / social media personnel, blase blase. My title changes every once in a while depending on who we're talking to. Sometimes but on paper, communications coordinator.
Yeah.
So love it. I do their social media. We have these events. It's for higher ed.
Yeah.
So coming from, the place of not knowing if you're going to college, or being a first gen, it's like, okay, I get to help people with this process. I get to post things and create content to attract these people and say, hey, higher education is out there. Some of it is free, some of it is not free. But some is free. But it's out there. Education, training, workforce, whatever, like Army, whatever you want to go into, it's out there.
Yeah.
Life is out there waiting for you. Tech is free right now, y'all. Tech is free. There's so many free classes to take.
Yeah.
Go get it. That's like free knowledge. But that's what I do. And yeah, like I said, I started at Wells Fargo. We had to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And before that, I was doing DoorDash.
Oh yeah, listen, I did DoorDash for a time. I did Shipt too.
Yep.
Instacart.
Yep. All of that. I did all of that. Then I started Wells Fargo. Then I did both. I did the DoorDash on the weekends and after work. And then CHE relieved me of those things.
Yeah.
Glory to God. So that's where I've been at. I've been working, and God's been blessing me. New car, who it is?
Ooh, period.
You'll see it when we go outside.
I like this.
But God has been just doing amazing things. And I've yet to post about a lot of things. But just on that, like, Kristen, I'm torn. On one end, it's like, you need to give God glory, and people need to know that how God is blessing you, because we overcome by the word of our testimony, you know. On the other hand, it's like, oh, I don't want to be gloaty, I don't want to be da-da-da.
Yeah.
But one of my biggest lessons of, I think, last year was humble doesn't always, don't forget to give God glory in the process of you trying to be, in the name of being humble.
Yeah.
Because that's not what being humble is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not what
it's not like you're being
humble
boastful.
is. Right. You know what I'm saying? But give God the glory. Like it's due, you know. So all that to say, I will probably put something out just about the great things that God has been doing. But should we end with a?
Yes, I think we're gonna end with a card. Yeah.
So we're gonna do level 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yep.
it's
That's
right
right.
to end with the last.
Oh, this is
I'll just choose whatever I got.
interesting.
Ooh.
Mine is good too.
Mine, yeah. Okay.
Do you
I don't
need to
have to
think
think
about
about mine.
Think about this.
Okay.
Let's do yours first.
Okay. Based on what you learned about me, does my social media accurately reflect who I am, why or why not?
100%. From you being alike,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, that's not something I learned about you in this conversation, but
Yeah.
it reflects that. I feel like you're living what you're putting out. You know what I'm saying? Like this energy, this your spirit that's represented in this space,
Yeah.
is what people see on social
Yeah.
media. And if it wasn't, because let's be clear, this is pretty much all I had to go off of before
Yeah.
we met up.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
if I didn't see that, if I saw like, that's not the Kristen I knew when I was in college,
Yeah, like
we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
So
true.
I definitely think it represents it. I'm a little nervous to hear what your answer because I don't be posting like that.
And that's
y'all. Like,
literally okay. So I feel like I learned a lot about you today. Does your social media accurately reflect who you are? I feel like your social media is a great intro to who you are.
that was a lovely way to say it.
Seriously, I do,
It
because
is.
you don't post as much.
It's
But
to say,
I also,
come learn more.
exactly.
Yeah.
And just from the things that I have seen you post, like even like the photo shoots that you have, like that shows so much of your beauty. And not even just like the outward,
yeah.
but your insides. That sounded so childish, but but your inward beauty, like
But your insides.
like I don't know how to talk. Communication was not my
I
major.
promise y'all she has a degree.
I promise you I do. I have my bachelor's, I promise. But still, not like communication was my major. Like I don't know words, but it's fine. It does a wonderful job of representing your inward and outward beauty. I want to see more posts.
Yes,
That's it,
ma'am.
that's all.
Videos,
Yeah,
YouTube.
and I think also you answered the question of like why you're not posting as much. There are so many blessings that are happening in your life, and you're kind of battling between am I being boastful, I want to be humble, but still like show people how God has blessed you. Like even this conversation has blessed me, so I'm just excited for people to learn more about me.
I'm gonna do it.
So
I'm gonna do it. This is my accountability. I'm gonna do it. This is tough.
alright.
Another wild card. I don't know why I'm getting those
Yeah.
today.
Pretty wild.
Write down. We're not writing anything. Speak. One of the things that you want to let go this year. So I said that wrong. Communications.
That's fine.
Write down one thing you want to let go of this year. Read out loud, then rip it up. But we're not writing anything, so we're gonna, what do you call it? Metaphorically, just rip it up. And I have to think about that.
Ooh, okay. I know what I gotta do.
What you gotta do?
I can be so afraid of the unknown that I try to control every scenario in my life. But one thing that I've realized is like you really have to let go and let God and trust the process and trust God. So one thing that I'm actively trying to let go of is being controlling of every aspect of my life, because I'm not in control, and that's how your feelings get hurt at the end of the day. So that's one thing I'm trying to let go of.
What's so funny is that control was the first thing I thought of,
Wow,
but it was connected to something bigger.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this in two ways, and again, I don't mean to make everything. People tell me I make stuff sound so like it just make everything sound so grand, but I don't know if it's the communications. I don't know what it is, but
Right.
I have two ways to say this, or two ways that I heard it. I'm gonna let go of who I was taught to be and embrace who I want to be. I'm gonna let go of who they told me I was and embrace who I say I am and who God is. That's what I want to let
That's
go of.
beautiful. That's beautiful because one, your transparency. I love that. I thank you so much for that. I think it's hard when you value people's opinions and you are afraid of disappointing people.
Nobody wants to.
But we're adults and we know who we are, we know who we want to be, we know the steps that we need to take, or we're seeking, you know, those steps. So I commend you so much for, you know, trust the process.
Oh,
and, you
yeah.
know, just like you said, you're having to let go of people in this season that you're in right now.
Oh, yeah.
But watch how God is gonna bless you in that, and how He's already, you know, blessing
He already
you.
is.
So
He's leading.
yeah. Oh,
I
thank
love
you for
you.
your time. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You text me like, are we making a video? Duh.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Absolutely. Come on.
If you've gone to the end of the video, y'all see the
If you
company.
got there.
Listen.
I'm talking about legs up, curled up. They got cold
Girl
girl.
chat. Okay, couch
We're
conversation.
gonna sit up straight for the end.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow Miss Shardai right here, okay? It's literally right here. Make sure to give her a follow. Just a beautiful example of light, love, humility, all of the above. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have made it this far, your time is valuable. You didn't have to be anywhere, but you were on this video today. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Kristen Larry. I'm here to motivate the day, and I can't wait to see you guys again.